Ladies and gentlemen, it is privilege to speak to you. First of all, I'm obliged to beg your pardon because I'm not an expert in English, but I will try to give this lecture in English, and for that reason, it may be difficult for you to understand my lecture because I may speak with an incorrect tone and language or idiom. I will lecture on the subject of the Four Noble Truths and current practice to the teacher, specials the program director Banram Singh, and the teacher training program today. And my response for known truths and current practice today. The word the Buddha literally means the enlightened one or grace and excellent sage. Therefore, Buddhism is the origin of enlightenment. The Buddha is excellent not merely because of weight, beauty, and so on. He is so especially because of his goodness, wisdom, and enlightenment. This is the reason why we Buddhists consider our religion and supreme way of life. Just know the Four Noble Truths. It is the basic, the Buddhist concept. I shall endeavor to explain this question point by point as follows. One of many teachings of the Buddha center on the Four Noble Truths, just as the rim and spoke of a wheel center on the hub. They are called four because there are four of them. They are called noble because they ennoble one who understands them, and they are called truths because corresponding with realities they are true. The first noble truth is that life is suffering. To live, you must suffer. It is impossible to live without experiencing some kind of suffering. We have to endure physical suffering like a sickness, injury, tiredness, old age, and eventually death, and we have to end this psychological suffering like loneliness, frustrations, fear, embarrassment, disappointments, anger, etc. The second noble truth is that all suffering is caused by craving. When we look at psychological suffering, it is easy to see how it is caused by craving. When we want something but are unable to get it, we feel frustrated. When we expect someone to live up to our expectation and they do not, we feel let down and disappointed. When we want others to like us and they don't, we feel hurt. Even when we want something and are able to get it, this does not often lead to happiness, either because it is not long before we feel bored with that thing, lost interest in it and commence to want something else. Put simply, the second noble truth says that getting what you want does not guarantee happiness. Rather than constantly struggling to get what you want, try to modify your wanting, deprive us of contentment and happiness. The third noble truth is that suffering can be overcome and happiness attained. This is perhaps the most important of the Four Noble Truths, because in it the Buddha reassures and distress us that true happiness and contentment are possible when we give up useless craving and learn to live each day as a time, enjoying without restless wanting the experience that life offers us, plainly enduring the problems that life involves without fear, hatred, and anger. When we become happy and free, then and only then do we begin to live fully, because we are no longer obsessed with satisfying our own selfish wants. We find we have so much time to help others fulfill their needs. This that is called nirvana. We are free from all psychological suffering as well. This is called final nirvana. The fourth noble truth is the path leading to the overcoming of suffering. This path is called the Noble Eightfold Path and consists of perfect understanding, perfect thought, perfect speech, perfect action, perfect livelihood, perfect effort, perfect mindfulness and perfect concentration. Buddhist practice consists of practicing these 8 things until they become more complete. You will notice that the steps on the Noble Eightfold Path cover every aspect of life. The intelligence, the ethical, the social and economic, and the psychological, and therefore contain everything a person needs to live a good life and to develop spiritually. If you need the same way, the Fourth Noble Truth is the path to eliminate desire. One can therefore put an end to suffering by adopting and following the path, the middle way, which to the Buddhist is the philosophy of life itself. The middle way of self-conquest which leads to the ultimate goal is eightfold, namely right understanding, right thoughts, right speech, right action, right righthood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration. Okay, now, any question to ask me, please? Oh yeah, right understanding. Right understanding seems to begin the treading the path we must lie, as it is in accordance with its 3 characteristics of the impermanence, suffering, and selflessness. We must possess a clear understanding of the nature of existence, of the moral law, of the factors and components elements which go to the make up the continuing round of birth and death. Right thought. Right thought. This means that our mind should be pure, free from sensual desire, in view, cruelties and the like. At the same time, we should be willing to relinquish anything that obstructs our mental and psychological progress. Right speech. By refraining from laying back, breathing, harsh talks, and also from idle gossip, we create a connecting light between thoughts and action. One moreover, that is character rises by wisdom and kindness. Correct speech should not be unduly loud or excitable, not practiced by the